So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to handle a breakup with an avoidant woman. But first, let me give you a little backstory. Last year around June, I would say, I met this woman, beautiful woman. We spoke, very nice, very intelligent. We exchanged numbers and we continued to talk for the next few months. Things were going great. We talked about everything under the sun, past relationships, family dynamics, future goals, the whole shebang. Everything was going beautiful. Then when it was time to take the next steps, she would kind of pull away. And it was my natural instinct to, comfort her and kind of prove my value to her. And it would work for a little bit and we would get back together. But then every time we get closer to talking about the next things was coming up, she would kind of get cold. So it wasn't until last month, she kind of said she wanted to go her separate ways. So I said, I completely understand and I wish you the best. So I'm going to teach you how to handle a breakup with an avoidant woman. You don't. You let time handle it. The first time she pulled away, I felt the need to prove my worth to her. I felt the need to prove why she should be with me. You should never have to do that. You should never have to do that, especially if things were going great and all of a sudden, it's not. But like I said, I do understand she's probably had bad experience in past relationships. She probably, don't want to get her heart broken. I understand that. But it's certain things, once you build a relationship with somebody, it's certain things you should be able to communicate instead of running away from your problems. Or, when she said she wanted to go her separate ways, I said, I completely understand. And when I said that, she did something she never did before. She went into explaining why she wanted to go her separate ways. And it wasn't me, but it was her. And I told her, I thank you, I appreciate you explaining your reasoning and, you have a blessed day. But what got her was I didn't fight for her. I didn't go into proving my worth to her and why she should stay like I initially did the first time. I decided to choose me and I decided to let her go because if I love you enough to see you happy with or without me. So I decided to choose me. And I know for a fact that had her mind boggling, like that he doesn't like me anymore. Is he talking to somebody else? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? Like, why did he let me go so quick? Why he didn't fight for me? And like I said, it comes to a point where you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want. You cannot make her love you. You cannot do that. You cannot force someone to love you. You cannot make someone love you. When I say you, I mean she. And she didn't know what she wanted. She wasn't sure. She was hesitant. And that's completely fine. In this game of love, you got to pick the right one. You got to pick the right one these days because it can really change the trajectory of your life. So I understand this is no fault on her. I understand that. But I decided to choose me. I decided not to go the route of explaining why you should be with me, why I should be your number one pick. Because you're my number one pick. You're my number one pick. So if I have to explain to you why I should be your number one pick, then I'd rather just let you be. I'd rather just let you find peace and happiness on your own, and I'll go look elsewhere. So what I think happened was things would go great. And as soon as things started to get a little bit serious, I'm guessing things would play out in her mind of everything that could go wrong. Everything, all the negative possibilities that could go wrong. And maybe she had some traumatic experience in her past relationships. I'm guessing that's why they're past relationships and not current relationships. And she's kind of, comparing me to the last person, basically saying like, I'm no different or I'm going to do the same thing as that person. And that's fine. But I decided to let her go and not fight for it because I feel it's something in her that she needs to heal within herself. It's all love. It's all love. Like I say, there's no ill will, no bad intentions, but I feel like it's something in her that she needs to heal within herself. And granted, I'm not perfect, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect. I probably said something unknowingly that brought some type of flashback or imagery in her mind that reminded her of something else. And, it just probably sent her down a spiral. I don't know. I can't tell you. But I could tell that when I didn't fight for her, when I didn't fight, hair, tooth, and nail for her love, it kind of set her back a little bit. It kind of put her like, am I making the right decision? And ladies, if you're watching this, you can let me know. When I didn't fight for her love, it kind of put her in her mind like, hey, am I making the right decision? Like, am I letting go of a good guy? Am I like I could feel it. And it kind of put it back like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? But now we're in a situation where I could tell she still has love for me, but we're in a situation now where it's pride involved. It's pride involved, and it's a power thing. She wants to have the power dynamic and where she controls the relationship and where the relationship will go. So now that she said she wanted to walk away, and I agreed that we should walk away, I believe there's a pride thing involved where she's like, okay, maybe I was wrong. He's a good guy, but I can't contact him. I can't hit him up because I don't want to put a power in his hands. I don't want to give him the ability to reject me. I don't want to give him the ability to break my heart, crush my feelings. And I completely understand that we're human beings. We all have feelings. We all have a heart that we want to protect. So I completely understand that. Like I said, this is no fault to her. But I've decided to keep on moving on the path that I'm moving because I've always been the one to make things right or change who I am to, make you feel better or make you feel more comfortable. I'm always the one, going out of the way to make sure you're good. And it was never really reciprocated. And the power was always in her hand. She always had the power dynamic. She had the dynamic to, whatever she wanted to do, the ball was always in her court. So now that the ball is in the center of the court, and now we're in this thing where like the first person to contact one another, it kind of changed the dynamic. And she don't want to put that power in my hand. Now, if I was to message her, I'm sure everything would be peaches and cream. Everything would be perfectly fine. But she wants that power to say, hey, let's get back together. You reached out, we could talk things out and let's get back together and let's, give it another go. But I have no problem reaching out. I don't really have a pride thing. But the thing is, I have to keep going. I have to keep moving. I can't keep playing the back and forth games, back and forth games, back and forth games. Like I said, it's no ill will to her, all love to her, but I have to keep moving forward. And whether she reaches out or never reaches out, I'm still going to keep going forward. You never know what God has planned for me. Maybe we're not supposed to be together. Maybe we are. I don't know. I don't have the answers. But the key to, breaking up with an avoidant woman or handling a breakup with an avoidant woman is to let time do its thing. Time is going to do everything. Time is going to make her think about all the decisions she's made. Another key point is do it amicably. Don't argue. Don't try to prove your point. Don't burn no bridges. Keep it respectful, and that's the way it is. Because that's going to throw them for a loop. That's going to throw them for a loop because they need the argument to justify their situation. They need the argument to justify, okay, I made the right decision. I made the right decision leaving him because look how he's acting. Look how he's speaking to me. So be respectful no matter what. Be respectful. And if she decides to leave, do not fight for your position. Let her go. Let her go. She's a human being with her own mind and feelings, and she's allowed to do and feel as she please. So let her do her thing. If she wants to leave, let her go. You, on the other hand, I know it's not easy. It's hard. It's not going to be easy, but you need to move on also. You need to move on also. If things, align back and things work out down the road, so be it. But if it doesn't, that's great too. You don't need to put your happiness into somebody else. Your happiness, your self-happiness comes first. before you put your happiness into somebody else. And you put them on such a high pedestal that if they were to leave today, you wouldn't know what you're going to do with yourself. So that's my advice on how to handle, a breakup from an avoidant woman. So I know a lot of guys been going through this, and a lot of guys on the no contact, and they think if I should message her, and she's waiting for you to break. She's waiting for you to break so you could put the power back in her hands. She wants you to break so she knows that you still have some sort of attraction to her. She still has some sort of hold on you. But you got to stay strong. You got to stay strong, because at the end of the day, you never know who's meant for you. And this person might not be meant for you. You love the idea of being with this person, but this person might not be right for you, and you never know. So I would say do the best you can. Stay strong. If she reaches back out, she reaches back out. And if she don't, she don't. It's not the end of the world. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to build yourself. Continue to strive for greater things. At the end of the day, you come into this world alone, you're going to leave alone. But in the middle, between coming and leaving, there is a middle part where you do find some type of love. You do find some type of partner. And I know you want this person. You thought it was perfect. You thought it was all roses and you thought everything was good. And it didn't turn out how it's supposed to or how you wanted to. And that's fine. Not everything in life is going to turn out how you want it to turn out. That's one thing as a man, we have to realize that you're not going to always have your way. And especially when it comes to women and other people, you're not going to always have your way, because you can't control how someone feels. You only control how you feel. And that's where we mess up, because you put too much feelings, you love too hard to the point where it's this way or no way. And it can't be like that. It can't be like that. It can't be like that. Men need to have more emotional maturity when it comes to the dating scene, for things to go better, because we're getting a bad rap out here. Crashing out, arguing, DV, like we're getting a horrible rap out here, and it's not a good look. You need to know when to walk away. You need to know when to walk away. A woman is not obligated to be with you. No, she's not obligated to be with you. So you need to know when to walk away. If she's done, let her go. You don't need to fight for your position. Your position is already gone. Don't fight for something. You know your worth. She knows your worth, but she might be up in the air with it. And she just can't come to a concrete conclusion. That's fine. Love, it's just something you have to take your time with. It's something you have to take your time with. It's not, you can't make split decisions all the time, So that's my advice, just how to deal with an avoidant woman. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope this helps somebody who's going through something similar. And yeah, so good luck.